bought Fox, they knew how deep it was. Sony, the last thing they need to buy.
Oh, that dude I told you about, Robbie, he told me it's so tight with that. They was like, it's a type of font called Spider Text or something like that. I don't know if you heard about this.
No, but I'm not surprised.
Like, they got a Disney.
They got a Disney font and they got a Harry Potter font, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, because I was saying the actual comic books. That's why I thought you saw my first. The actual comic books, they just use Comic Sans. I remember using that, type of font or whatever.
Well, this is like a font you can use if you text somebody. You can use that font.
Oh, so it's a font where it's spider text.
It's the same type of lettering they used on the title, Make a Spider-Man the movie and the video game.
Okay. But they're like, yeah, Sony still kept the rights to that. And I see they loosened up somewhat once Spider-Man started appearing in the MCU.
That was a money thing. They still own him.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I said a little. So they're like, all right, go ahead, but we still keeping him.
Yeah, they that was like a money grab. They said they about to make. I was reading somewhere they about to make a live action Miles Morales.
People hope Sammy and Trey's little black nationalists say, yeah, they gonna make one because they don't want no black superhero. I'm like, yeah, they did with Black Panther. The story was kind of blah, but they were like, the graphics were beautiful.
Same thing with Avatar. They don't like black superheroes because they fucking over the Storm. They fucked over. They said my man was about to quit Blade.
What's Mahershala Ali?
Yep. They said he felt like
they didn't release the movie yet.
They said he was about to quit because he was regulated to be in the 4th lead in his own movie. It was 4 white women that had yes. It's a bit of story. And they about to fire.
I don't understand what you're saying. We're centering around more whatever white. Oh my god.
I guess it started out one way and then it started going a whole different way. And he looking like, hold on, I'm the star of the movie, right?
Right.
And he was about to. He got pissed and he was about to quit. And they said they got a new director and they supposed to be going in a different direction because I guess they called him in, but they made it into a whole different agenda.
Yeah, but okay, I'm not making excuse for him. He is part of the MCU now, and quite frankly, did you see Morbius?
Not yet.
The only reason I wanted to go see that movie was because I was looking for one of the every movie has cameo, not from Marvel. Hell, it would just be Marvel. Scream 6 did it. That was funny. After the credits, and the credits got the song that I like is Mike Shinoda. In my head, but after the end credits, Courtney Cox here, she's like, not every movie needs she didn't say Easter egg, but I just cracked out and then it went off. But yeah, they started doing it, with the DC movies. They did it. Was that Suicide Squad? When they first, when Bruce came in and was talking to Amanda Waller.
Yeah, that was Suicide Squad.
Yeah, when he was like, if you give me the T-money, you wouldn't need them anymore. It's like, you're looking tired. You stop working nights. But, yeah, everybody started sticking them in there. And that's the only reason I was going to see more. I'm like, finally, because Ahmad told me they had used his voice at the end of the Eternals.
Yeah, and you had to have it on closed caption and know it was his voice.
Why?
Because you didn't know who it fucking was. You just saw him talking to somebody. If you didn't have it on closed caption, you wouldn't know who that was. They didn't show him. They didn't show him from the back or anything. You just heard him talking because my man was about to grab that black sword, and Blade said, "Are you sure you want to do that?" And it was like, what? like, why would you do that? But yeah, but on closed caption it says Blade, and then you see like Blade says.
That's what I'm saying. It says Blade speaks to
yeah. If you didn't know it was Blade, you would be like, who is he talking to?
I'm saying the closed caption says that.
I'm saying, but if you was at the movies, you'd be like, who is he talking to?
Yeah.
You had to Google it when you leave, like, who was he talking to at the end of this movie?
Does his voice sound similar to Wesley Snipes as far as doing the Blade voice?
I mean, no, it sounded like, Mahershala Ali. Blade didn't have nothing significant about his voice, so they didn't do anything like that.
Well, somebody told me, and I laughed when he told me this, that the voice that Christian Bale was doing, they had to digitally do that to Ben Affleck.
Well, no, on Ben Affleck, he had a voice box on.
Oh, well, that's what he was saying. They basically, did so. I'm like, so what?
He wasn't doing the Michael Keaton. He was, he had an actual voice box because my man.
Christian Bale.
No, cause you remember Michael Keaton's voice is a little deeper. He used to kind of whisper when he turns to Batman. But,
yeah.
But they didn't do that. He actually had.
Christian Bale was outright be talking like this.
Yeah, well, he actually had like a voice box in front of his mouth when he would talk. Because what's his name used it too? Alfred used it too, like because it broke. He was trying to fix it, like, okay, this is sounding better, Master Bruce. He was like, fix it better. My voice sounded a little hoarse. So it was at that point in the game.
Wait, what was that on?
Justice League. He broke it. He had broke it, and he was trying to fix it. He was talking to him.
Okay, that part I don't remember, but so much of that movie was like blah.
Yeah, if you watch it again, you got to see it. He be fixing it for him. So it shows you.
Did you watch the 4-hour one?
Yeah, you talk about the Snyder cut?
Yeah, somebody told me a lot of stuff. He had a dream where someone there evil and
he had a dream.
Superman.
That was on the first one though, but on the new one he had a dream in which I want to say I gotta watch it again because I want to say I think that was the first one too when Flash came to him telling him like you was right the whole time, you know what I'm saying? But he did have a dream, and they had a lot of parts of that movie. It was done exactly how it was supposed to be done. That new one, that first one, I was like really like, what the fuck are they doing? But they did the new one and didn't drop any balls.
Wait, what you talking about the actual theatrical release?
Yeah, that one they didn't do a lot of shit, and there was a lot of shit. There's a lot of holes missing, a lot of holes in the story that they didn't connect. But with the new one, a lot of shit made sense, and he did have a couple more dreams. Because on the first one, I believe Flash came to him and but he woke up like Flash came to him through a portal, but then he woke up, so it was like, oh, it was a dream. And then you had a dream that Superman was like working for Darkseid, but you didn't see Darkseid, you didn't see his symbol. So it was like, what's going on? So it was all types of little shit. But when Snyder Cut came out, you seen Darkseid, you seen what's her name, Grandma.
Somebody told me dude was at the end of Batman vs Superman. I was like, that didn't make any sense because he was in prison, Lex, but he was like Lex was on a boat talking to Slade. Yeah,
because Slade was supposed to be the new villain. They said he was supposed to be the villain for part 2. On the new version, he was on a boat with him.
Okay.
And on top of that, Martian Manhunter popped up on Bruce. You couldn't find out he was that general the whole time. That general from Man of Steel.
Oh, from Man of Steel.
Yeah, he came back. He was Martian Manhunter. They did a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like it made sense when you watched that one. But the first one, it was like, what is going? I mean, you geek that you seen the superheroes, but the story was like, it was a lot of parts that you just kept wondering why are they doing this.
Well, first of all, from a movie version, it felt rushed because what Marvel did over a course of basically a decade, 2000 to 2011 is when Avengers came out. They kept making movies. Yeah, Hulk. I know everybody's like, well, it's not the same Hulk. They kept switch from Ed Norton, Dave Banner, whatever. But they were showing enough movies to lead up to that. They tried to shove everything into Batman vs Superman.
And that's what they did wrong. That's what they did wrong.
Yeah, well, they're trying to keep up. So they wanted to just hurry up and get to Justice League. So they had one movie, it came out, 2014 is when that came out. They stuck Wonder Woman in that one. Because I was like, I would have appreciated a movie about Cyborg. They just rammed all that right in like, out of nowhere, really. I mean, they're just showing when his dad was working on him or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, they just shoved all that in one movie really quickly and was like, we just gonna go from here.
That's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did. And that's what made it like weird. It didn't make sense, but it had like good sequences, so it it made its money, but it was still like, and like you say, at least with Marvel they broke down each story, so they had like 5 stories around each story, so you could kind of connect shit.
Right.
The most thing they did.
Avengers came.
The most thing they did bad in Avengers is that they kept changing the story from the comic book. But other than that, they made it consistent. This shit wasn't consistent. It wasn't making sense.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, it was rushed. The only 2 movies you had out there were Batman and Superman.
Right.
Other than that, because after that, all the other movies, like they did Wonder Woman. That was her origin story, basically. They did Aquaman after Justice League. And I still haven't watched it. I don't know, did they cover the origins of them, or...
They tried to. It was... You ain't missing nothing with Aquaman. You wasn't missing.
Oh, I know, because I went over there on cruise one time, and they was already watching it. I wasn't interested. I'm like I said, I just thought it was like... Now, the thing that I thought would have been better off, which they cut them out completely. I know my dad and my mom like that movie. I still have not watched it to this day. Ryan Reynolds, don't know why, Green Lantern. And they about to come out with a show on Netflix with that.
I didn't think Green Lantern was bad. I don't know what Hollywood hated about that. It wasn't a bad movie in my opinion, but I'm not the big brass. I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah, people were just all
only
right.
thing I didn't like about it is that they made Amanda Waller in that movie like weak. You know what I'm saying? She was like a scientist who was trying to get vengeance because her son died, and it was like, bitch, this is like, yeah, and they had Angela Bassett playing her, so you got one of the best actresses in the world playing Amanda Waller, and she wasn't even as dope as she is in the comic books.
Right.
Other than that, the movie kind of was, I mean, compared to everything else, but Hollywood, they tell a story that people
I'm
believe.
just talking about, they could have, as far as the Justice League goes, bring him in. That's the one movie I saw that Batman or Superman they already did.
Well, people was waiting for him to come in because there was a Green Lantern in the movie. So that's another confusing thing they did.
When they told that story about all the people from Atlantis and the Amazon.
So it established that the Lanterns exist in this universe. So why can't we see one of them? So that was another thing people was mad at.
It's a billion of them, man. You can't get one.
That was another issue people was mad at. And on top of that,
I would have went for him over Flash because Flash wasn't all that interesting to me. But I mean,
well, Flash was their way of fixing the story because Flash had Flashpoint in which he could change the past. So
somebody told me about that. I still haven't watched it. It's called Flashpoint Paradox.
Yeah.
Where he went so fast he started screwing stuff up.
Yeah, he figured out it wasn't he was going so fast. He figured out he could time travel because the Flash in the movie supposed to be like young Flash. So, because I always thought that was stupid how they had him on the movie, but he supposed to be like young Flash, so he's still figuring himself out. And on part 2, part 1, he figures that he can go through time. And he goes back in the day and tries to stop it.
Wait, they put this in the movie that came out earlier this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
He figured out that he can go through time. And he went back in the day to try to stop his mama getting murdered. And it started breaking down into other shit. It opened up the multiverse so they can fix shit. This is what you need. Just like when you make the time stone, you can fix shit in Marvel. So this was that's what his character was so important. You know what I'm saying? Because you could change shit off. You could kill off character. Because right now we got 3 Batmans going on. Which one is the lead? We got a new Batman coming out.
Yeah, that's right. He was in that one. I forgot it was Michael Keaton. They put him back in there.
Oh, well, he got killed though, so his is dead.
Yeah, but they still threw it out there shouting like, "Oh, Batman's back."
Yeah, he was in there, but we got Keaton came back, and then we got Affleck, and then we got the other guy. They killed off Keaton.
Christian Bale was actually in the movie.
I think they showed Christian Bale because he did. That's how he found out he could go through time. When he was running so fast, he started seeing the other universes. And as he was running, they even showed Nicolas Cage as Superman.
Oh wow!
So yeah, as he was running, you would see this shit, so you had to like kind of catch it, like, oh shit. So it was kind of, and then he did that on the show before. On the show, he ran so fast. He ran through Titans. He ran through the Batman from the '60s. He ran through Lois and Clark. He ran through the DCEU. He was just running. He stopped at the DCEU and they was talking for a second.
No, but that was the other character I was thinking about is Green Arrow. Like, they could have done more with Justice League, because, like I said, when that movie came out, you already know it's going to get compared to Avengers, and I'm like, based on how they got to Justice League, like we said, you know, they rushed everything, and they didn't even rush it. They just stuck everything in Batman versus Superman, and the next movie to come out was Justice League. But yeah, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, I don't know where you would stick the Super Twins in that. Who else am I missing from Justice League?
I mean, the Justice League got a lot of people. The main three was
I know, that's like Avengers. I still bring that one up about the Wolverine, Spider-Man, what Storm burning on?
Almost everybody who was anybody was part of the Avengers, but who's a main member
it kept going
was
like,
Beast.
It was
Beast
like a
was,
rotating wheel.
Yeah, Beast was a main member, though. Beast was there. Beast.
Oh, Beast.
He was in the lab a lot when you read the comic books. He was fucking with him, you know, because he was just smart. So, of course, you would see anybody smart on the team. They didn't bring Spider-Man in until they made the Ultimate Avengers. And Wolverine, that's when Wolverine came in, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, what's his name? They say he's technically a mutant because his wife a mutant. He became an X-Men for a second. Kingpin, right now. And no, not Kingpin. Yeah, no, Kingpin, they consider him a mutant by marriage because his wife a mutant. But no, who's the X-Men right now is Tony. Tony is married Emma Frost and shit. So they had him, but I don't know if he's still there. Yeah, he dresses just like, I thought it was Cyclops for a minute, but Cyclops don't got like his hair different because he had the red shades on.
He got the balloon going on, but he still got the arc reactor on his chest.
I think they took that off though.
Well, he said they did that in Ultimate because in the regular one he was always in the wheelchair, he just broke down, and the other one he just had a heart condition, but he would walk around or whatever freely. You said they screwed up. So are you talking about in Black Panther 2? They said they finally brought mutants into the MCU, and they said they brought Submariner into Wakanda Forever.
Yep.
Well, was that a shout out? Because they said that was the first mutant that Stan Lee made.
I guess so. Because he actually says that this ain't the first mutant character they brought, but he actually says I'm a mutant. So now,
hell no, it's not. You know,
I mean, after Professor X, you know, he came after Professor X. So to be fair,
Submariner?
Yeah, Professor X was in.
He made the X-Men in the '60s.
No, I ain't talking about like damn. I'm talking about like as far as MCU. Professor X was in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah. Man, you know good and well I was in there, literally in the theater with me, Kalima, and her two brothers, Bilal and but Ishmael. I busted out laughing as if some white dude yet to me, like, yeah, when they introduced him as part of the Illuminati and they played the music from the Fox Kids cartoon.
That's how everybody knew what time it was. On the trailer, that's how everybody knew what time it was on the trailer because they played on the sub of the trailer. They played that a little bit, but then you hear his voice. They never showed his face. He'd be like, "Maybe we should tell him what's going on." And everybody's like, "Oh no!" So that was like, to be fair, but that's when they like actually opened up the multiverse to let you see the Fox versions. But they don't.
Yeah, but I want to say they is part of that whole multiverse crap. That's all. Like they can do anything they want because you said they did introduce mutants. I'm like. He was everywhere. Multiverse of Madness.
They even introduced Captain Britain.
Oh, he was on there?
No, Captain Britain was mentioned on I want to say it was one of the Avengers movies. They mentioned him. And then I want to
yeah, bring Excalibur in. Like, let's go.
Right. But they mentioned him, and they mentioned him on I want to say, what's her name? Carter. The Carter Show, Agent Carter.
Right.
Cause she from England, but they didn't show him yet. So it's like little shit like that. But they mentioned his name. And they said it one of the episodes. They said his name. So they do shit like that quite a bit. So it makes you feel like, what's going on?
Oh yeah, somebody told me about. I don't know if that was you that told me that. No Way Home. Peter's lawyer is Matt Murdock.
Yeah, but they actually made him the lawyer on the MCU. He's actually officially part of the MCU now.
Oh yeah, I mean, but that's what he's doing. You know, basically daytime.
No, but it was kind of like that part where he made him the lawyer. He was kind of, the worlds were meshing. So it was kind of like, was he from another world? You see what I'm saying? Because he actually walked up to, he like looked up like after that scene. Because this is when Mysterio told the world who he was. After that scene, Peter is like all over the place, like what's going on, and he leave out and he ends up on the street where Tobey Maguire was at, and that's when he run into Doc Ock, and Doc Ock look at him and like, you ain't Peter.
Right.
And then that's when they start. So it kind of suggested, oh shit, is this the real Matt Murdock? Is he part of a different world? Where did he come from? But
wait, was the Matt Murdock blind in that one?
Yeah, it's the same Matt Murdock because from Netflix. Before Disney bought the show, it was the same one from the show. But the show low key was MCU. They just didn't bring it on Disney for whatever reason. But they were like left and right referring to Avengers. Like it was like not a secret. They was like for one, I remember one part he said significantly, the woman was like, because he supposed to be poor. You know, he do shit pro bono. So a woman was like, well, how did you get this nice apartment? And he was like, well, a couple years ago, some aliens tried to take over New York, and so the property value went down. And it's like, oh, that's referring to Avengers 1. Right. And then they was talking about the another thing they did that was referring to it, and this is like directly going into Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, is that in the comic book it was called mutant growth hormone, and this is supposed to be the chemical they use to make them strong. It was supposed to be like mutant genetics, but since they didn't own the term mutant, they changed the name to inhuman growth hormone. And they were talking about that left and right.
That's what that show was called. I couldn't think of it. It was a show called Inhumans that was coming on right around the time The Gifted was coming on. Yeah.
And The Gifted was related directly to X-Men.
Right.
Like
in the wake of them being wiped out or whatever.
Yeah, it probably took place like right before Logan, because this was supposed to be like when the mutants were killed off, and they were. It's weird.
After that.
No, because this was like when it just started. Like some mutants are still alive, so everybody wasn't dead yet.
I don't know what, but that was the point of Logan, that they were able to get rid of them through food, or just kill the mutant X gene. But I don't know if you were paying attention to when. After Xavier had that freak out because he wasn't taking his Alzheimer's medicine, they was like, they did it in a news report on the screen. They was like, similar to such and such, and said where he basically killed everybody at the bench.
Right. I think that's what the show was leading from. Like a lot of mutants got killed.
X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what the show was leading from, because it was something like.
It came after Logan. The Gifted came after that, because it was like, right there, the rest of the mutants were. Where did y'all go to Canada?
I believe it was started like that, because I remember the show was about that guy, and he was like.
No, I'm talking about at the end of Logan when he was Laura was trying to meet up with them, and they were all trying to cross over to Canada, I think.
Yeah, because she had a comic book, and that's what was telling her to go.
Right.
But it was partly true, because on the first Wolverine movie, 2 of the members from Alpha Flight was there.
Oh yeah, in the beginning.
No, when he got the motorcycle and shit. When he got the motorcycle, that was the 2 lead members. It was 2 old people. They killed him though. But it was 2 old people. They gave him a motorcycle, and they gave him some clothes and a leather jacket. And they was talking to him like they was cool with him, but you remember he had a bad memory, so he didn't remember them. But they were, when you looked at their names, you realize, oh shit, this was the lead guy and that one girl. It was that lead guy, that one girl, Sasquatch, Puck, and Wolverine.
I was about to say, what about the twins? The ones that could turn into whatever they want, like animals or whatever. They looked Asian, or they were Asian actually.
I don't know about them.
The brother and sister.
You sound like the Alpha, the twins from DC.
Yeah, they were from Alpha Flight. They were twins, one boy, one girl, and it was them, Pug, Sasquatch, Wolverine.
And it was that man and woman. I forgot what their powers were, but they was dressed alike.
That's the two I'm talking about. They could turn into animals.
That's what they were white. That's why you was confusing me. I thought you was talking about the Wonder Twins from DC.
Yeah, but they look Asian. Yeah.
Well, they were white, but I didn't know that was their powers. I thought old boy had powers of like being strong.
That's a standard,
That's the standard leader, because I didn't really get into Alpha Flight, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I know. It was just reading the other stuff and other comic books, whatever. But yeah, go away. Even Puck got stripped.
And I'm about to go through. I'm about to see the team, because only people I can remember is Puck, Sasquatch, Wolverine, and those two who led it, which was
right.
One was the one who led it was. Excuse me. It was his name was Guardian.
Okay.
And the girl he was with was named Aurora. Those were the two in the movie. Then they had a guy.
In X-Men Origins.
Yeah, they was in X-Men Origins.
Okay.
They gave Wolverine a bike, but the government came after they chased Wolverine. They killed them first, and Wolverine rode off on a motorcycle and did his little thing.
Right.
But they say on the team right now: Sasquatch, North Star, Snowbird. See, these people I don't know. Shady.
That sounds familiar. North Star.
Right. But he looks Asian. Him and the girl Aurora are dressed alike.
Yep.
And Guardian, he dressed like them, but he, instead of being black and white, he got black, white, and red. But on the movie, Guardian.
That many colors were white and red, though, right?
Yeah. Now, let me look up X-Men Origins Wolverine. So I can tell you.
I couldn't stand the fact of how they played Gambit.
Oh shit, you talk about Gambit. I remember on the trailer, they had Storm on the trailer, and they didn't even have her in the movie. So, shit.
Yeah, some else, they edit and cut them out. It was like Gambit should have been any more present,
She was, hold on. I'm trying to read it. Was she Vindicator? Shit.
But again, I'm sure they changed those members enough.
Who the fuck is Vindicator? Shit.
Oh man, what you were saying about Vindicator? Hell, it happens with any groups.
Cause it was quite a few. It was quite a few like mutants that was just there. I remember Bob was in the movie.
Oh yeah, you talking about the X-Men or yeah. They just take it. Yeah, I was saying they were trying to make Deadpool.
He killed that Deadpool though.
And it's funny because it was still Ryan Reynolds. When what's the name came out, he was like, "Yeah, forget that Deadpool from X-Men Origins." He's like, "This is the real Deadpool. This is as far as the character."
And he killed him.
Yeah, I know. Which is like $20. I mean, they gonna keep using
He killed that. He popped up on a nigga and said, "Hey, Logan," and blew that nigga brains off. Said, "I'm trying to fix the timeline." Shot that nigga. I was like, "This shit's so crazy."
Wait, was that in Deadpool?
Yeah, in Deadpool, when Cable was like, "I'm gonna stay behind," he said, "My machine is broke. It was broke." He said, "I don't got enough power to go back to my future, so I'm gonna stay behind and help." Because he started X Force, and they got Domino in the movie, so he pretty much start X Force. So he's like, "I'm gonna stay behind and help you out with everything." He said, "Okay."
Staying around for a while.
But what he didn't tell them was what Deadpool didn't tell Cable was that he had old girl from the X-Men movie Fix It. So he like, "Do it work?" She's like, "Yeah, but you gotta bring it back." He said, "Let me just do something real quick." He started going through all. He even went to Green Lantern and killed him. He went through all like the movies and just started fixing shit like like to start fixing shit that we complained about over the years. It's like he knew.
Right. No, I was laughing now because I just thought that was hilarious when they jumped. I think they jumped out of a plane when they were playing on the hype music, and by the time they got to the ground, all of them was getting killed in the air.
And they said low key, and they paid him for that too. One of the people in that movie was Brad Pitt, but he was supposed to be invisible, his character. But he actually played the part. He actually acted like you see him hit the hookup. Like he got paid, he got credit that he played this character. He was blind. I mean, he was invisible.
Right.
And he ended up jumping off. Like you said, everybody got killed. They cast Shatterstar. He got killed. I was like, why you kill off Shatterstar? That was one of my favorite. I used to love drawing Shatterstar.
It was hilarious because they playing the hype music and they jump and they was getting wiped out one by one. But no, I ain't know Brad Pitt was in there. So he got killed.
He got killed. All of them got killed. Yeah, he was invisible, so you didn't know it was Brad Pitt.
Right.
It was weird how they did that shit, but it was supposed to be actually Brad Pitt playing this character. Cause they was like, how you know he dead? You seen like the electricity, like he right there, but you just see it. You just see him. You just see like it going crazy. Like, oh shit, they really did.
Right. But yeah, they said what's his name's going to be in the third one. They're bringing Hugh Jackman into the third one.
Yeah. Yep.
So I guess he had his hiatus because he was saying he did Logan because he believed that would be the end. He's done. So I'm like, I had to think about it. I'm like, they started shooting in '97 for the first one. It came out in 2000. And that's been him for really, I can't think of any other movie he's been in other than Swordfish, which came out in '99, 2000.
Yeah, Swordfish was a slept-on piece that people don't talk about.